Alright guys, we are doing valve cover gasket and alternator on this Acura 2014 MDX 3.5. So we have 2.6 hours on the valve cover each bank, both bank together, and 2 hours for the alternator. We already got the parts. The intake manifold needs to come off. Also we have the alternator, and with the Denso brand the customer provided to us. So we are gonna do that. The procedure is to take off the intake manifold, so access to the right side and then the left side. We can do both. Make sure you get the valve cover gasket with the grommets and the spark plug tube seals. Most of the places don't sell it that way, so they just sell the gasket. So I had a kind of challenge struggling to find that complete assembly, complete set, and after that the alternator. So I would say take off this bar for the alternator and maybe remove those fans and pull it out that way. Again, as I always mention, make sure to take the battery terminal off, the negative one. In this case, we are replacing the entire battery. The battery was dead, but however, if you want to work on the alternator or any kind of work, make sure you disconnect the battery first. That's the first thing first, and then we can move forward for that. So that's one of the best engine ever made by Honda. That's V6. And after that we are gonna move forward maybe for the next week. The customer wants to do the timing belt, so that's another like 4 hours job almost. Anyway, so this is the procedure to do the valve covers and the alternator. The valve cover gasket was leaking, and just right in this spot where my finger is, right there, and it was dripping the oil on the alternator and caused damaging the alternator. So we are going to replace the alternator and the valve cover gasket both at the same time. That way the customer is going to be sure nothing is going to happen or anything like that. The valve cover is made by plastic, as my technician working on it right there, right here, and it's nothing complicated on that one. We don't need to replace the entire valve cover. It's made by plastic, but they are pretty good. I mean, materials, they're not gonna warp like BMW, European cars. There is no need to replace the entire thing, but again, it's a good idea to just check that before it happens. There is a common issue with all the Hondas and Acuras. Start leaking the valve cover on that side, and make sure you just pinpoint it before it's gonna drip on the alternator and causing the damage on the alternator. As you see right there, where my finger is, the light is just kind of like not enough, but here on the exhaust we have some kind of wet area. The oil was dripping on the exhaust also. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.